Hello and welcome back to my channel, Ursula Tribrid. I am the host, Ursula Tribrid. So, I didn't have time to do any of the other reads that I was going to do, like the part 3 for the Zodiac, and then part 2 for, part 2 for Atlanta child murders. I will be doing that coming up either, I'm hoping tomorrow I can do it, but I was guided to do this one for myself, FBI, and CIA. I don't know why. I don't know what it's really going to be about, but I have been urged to do one. And we'll see what's going to be coming out. Am I speaking to the All High, Almighty? Am I speaking with Jesus Christ? Am I speaking with anyone else other than the two of you? Do you want me to do a channeled read for myself, FBI, and CIA? Do you want me to do it for anyone else? No. Just those? Just me and them? Okay, am I doing 3 separate channeled reads or all in one? All in one? 3 separate. Okay, so this is going to be all in one. What we're going to be talking about, I do not know, but we will find out. Okay. Do you want me to roll the dice or pull Scrabble letters? We're doing both? Which one do you want me to do first? Roll the dice? Pull Scrabble letters. We're rolling the dice. Alright. When it comes to myself, the FBI, and CIA, what are we channeling? Like, what did you want us to know? Whether it's just, well, obviously it's all 3 of us, so what do you want us to know? Or want me to know? Want them to know? However you want to do it. Okay, so when I type, okay. Alright, so when I first type it in, there's 2 houses, one house on one side, the house on the other, and in between, a connector, 2-way. Okay. And then Burbank, something about a bank? Something about a bank? Are we connecting certain houses to a bank? Yeah, okay. Now we're going to kind of look into the spiritual meaning real quick. Something about a bank. The spiritual meaning of 11255, often seen as sequences like 1155 or 1255, signifies powerful transformation, personal growth, and embracing big life changes, urging you to release old patterns, trust your intuition, and step into the new opportunities with faith. Knowing the universe supports your authentic journey and highest good. It's a call to lead your own life, align actions with your soul's purpose, and maintain a positive mindset. Okay. So, we're getting something with a bank and connecting. Okay, so is this in regards to my stolen inheritance? Yes. So you're connecting the houses. So when I'm saying I'm talking about the FBI, the CIA? No, the FBI. Okay. So this is something with the FBI here. So they're connecting the houses with the bank. Because obviously I'm not getting anything regarding like mail wise when it comes to any type of probate courts or any type of checks that may have my name on it that somebody else may be signing for. My I just heard my ring chime go off. So something along those lines. So they're connecting the houses with the bank. What is being deposited? I know it's not a word, but like positive and deposit. Something along those lines. Okay. What do you want to tell us regarding the situation we're just now talking about? Because clearly, if I was getting my inheritance, I would not be living the way I'm living right now. I would actually own my own house. So, just FYI. Someone's got questions. We got fixed. 6. Okay. Gemini, communication, number 6. And Aries. Okay. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Yes. Create. Fire. Libra, which is also justice. Venus. 2 exclamation points. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? No. Okay. So, if you're looking at it like this, because I'm an Aries, Gemini is about communication, Libra is justice and balancing, and you got Aries here, which I'm an Aries, and I'm also a female, obviously. So you could be communicating justice to an Aries. That's an H. I was getting the word commune, so I looked it up because I was like, I know that word, I just don't remember the definition for it. A group of people living together and sharing possessions and responsibilities. And possessions is completely underlined. And then territorial is also underlined. The smallest French territorial division for administrative purposes. So somebody is highly territorial with possessions they are sharing, and a group of people living together. So I mean, like, it can be two or more, basically. And I just saw the word gate in here, and here's the crazy part. My mom's house confirmation. My mom's house has a gate to get through in order to get into the house, like to drive into the driveway. There's a gate. So, and when I look back to what I typed in for the 11255, it says North Gate Avenue. So I'm getting gate again. Government. Okay, so I don't have the actual words to spell it all out, but I am getting checks, government checks. I also get rat. Rat signature on checks. Okay, so what I'm getting with rat, like a rat is somebody who's, like, say you have a rat in your group, that's, a fake person. Forgery. Getting divine timing. Snatch. Inherit. Oh. Ugh. Getting forged. Inheritance. Aries in the sixth house means your daily work, health, routines, and service are infused with fiery, pioneering Aries energy. You thrive on starting new things, need action in your job, and approach health with initiative but risk burnout or impatience, needing a balanced self service with avoiding overwork or pro bono efforts. This placement signifies dynamic daily tasks, potential for competitive work environments, and health issues linked to excess energy or accidents, requiring active self-care and managing daily routines with Mars drive. Aries. Venus in Aries signifies a passionate, bold, and direct approach to love, romance, values, and beauty. Driven by Aries' fiery, action oriented nature, meaning you love excitement, fall fast, value honesty, but might struggle with patience or deep long term stability, preferring bold gestures and immediate gratification in relationships. Libra and Venus, strong attraction to beauty, harmony, fairness, and partnership, making individuals charming, diplomatic peacemakers who value mutual respect, aesthetic environments, and balanced relationships, seeking partners who are refined, communicative, and appreciate justice, often expressing love through quality time and acts of service. Gemini and Venus. Describes when the planet Venus moves through the mutable air sign Gemini, creating a dynamic, mentally driven approach to romance, pleasure, and connection, characterized by wit, curiosity, variety, and a need for intellectual stimulation over pure physical attraction. Oh, yeah. People with this placement enjoy flirty banter, enjoy learning about partners, value freedom in relationships, and are drawn to playful, communicative, and adaptable connections, often seeing the mind as the most attractive quality. Okay, Gemini in sixth house. Your daily work, life, health, and service areas are filled with mental energy, communication, variety, and curiosity, often showing up as a busy mind, multitasking at work, writing, teaching, tech, needing mental stimulation for health, learning about diet, and maybe a nervous disposition, or communication focused chores requiring flexible routines and mindful breaks to avoid burnout. Okay, and then Libra in the sixth house. Blends Libra's love for harmony, justice, and relationships with the sixth house domain of daily work, health, service, and routines, creating individuals who seek balance in their jobs, are diplomatic in the workplace, value fairness in service, and focus on holistic, aesthetically pleasing health practices, often finding healing through art, beauty, and meditation. I've definitely been urged to meditate more. These individuals thrive on collaborative environments, may have a talent for mediating disputes at work, but need to watch for indecisiveness, people pleasing, or neglecting their own needs amidst serving others. Yeah, I definitely need to watch that. Yeah. I mean, if what I just read spoke to you guys as well, like it spoke a lot towards me because I'm like, yeah, I gotta work on that. Yeah, I gotta work on that. Yeah, that sounds about right. Type deal. I'm getting hats. Something about hats. Um, our names are coming out again. I mean, I don't have a K, but the C also spells out Mark. Even Mark and Burr. Is there anything more on that? No. Just do it again. Like roll the dice and do some more. Okay. Down just a bit. Okay. Since that was about FBI, what do you want to say about the CIA regarding? Because they've been coming out too. What do you want to say about the CIA? 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 4, 5. Red and blue is coming out. Okay, so when I did the first one, it was popping out at me too, but I wasn't really caring to truly look at it. When I saw each of the houses at the very bottom, like right underneath the houses that came out from the first set of numbers that I got, Zillow had the symbol like a blue Z, and then the other side, I forget what it was for, but it was red. And now I'm getting blue, red, and the Invicta watch again. Do FBI usually wear blue? Like blue ties? Do CIA wear blue ties? Yes. Okay, so what's this? Is this, what is this regarding? I mean, they're trains. Invicta. The Invicta watch. Is the Invicta watch about timing? Or is it, are you referring to the name?
It's back. You brought it back.
No, timing.
Snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You brought the
So we got the blue and the red.
snack. Snack wrap is back.
Are you referring to, okay, so now I'm getting a scene from The Matrix where he's telling him, like Morpheus is telling Neo, you take the blue pill, you wake up back in your home and just, thinking that this is a dream. If you take the red pill, you keep going down you keep falling down the rabbit hole. Is that the meaning that you're giving me? Am I speaking to the All High Almighty? Am I speaking with Jesus Christ? Am I speaking with anyone else other than the two of you? Am I speaking to anyone else other than to you? No. Okay. So that's what you're giving me when it comes to that. Either FBI or CIA. Is that what you're telling me? Or both? It's either FBI, CIA, or both. FBI, CIA, both. Okay. What are you specifically telling me about CIA? I get with the FBI watching me, but express. Okay, so now I'm getting there's daily there. So watching daily. I'm getting watching daily. And now we got Pennsylvania coming out. And we're in Pennsylvania. So. Is there anything more in that message? Do you need me to pull the Scrabble letters? No. Do you want me to roll the dice? Yes. Okay. What else would you like to say regarding any channel messages you like to give for myself, FBI, and the CIA? Virginia. Aren't your headquarters in Virginia? Okay. They wanted me to give me a contract. Yeah. Okay, so when I type this in, I'm seeing Virginia, I'm seeing contract. I mean, there's more words in here, but the things that are popping out to me the most is Virginia, contract, and then specific human gene. I just heard a click. And when it comes to gene, I'm not getting like my actual, well, maybe my actual genes, my genetic makeup is significant to them in some way or another. Okay, now I'm seeing precious metals testing. So, okay, what I'm getting with that is specific human genetic makeup, which is precious. I just heard my cat meow. that was Norway. She's doing really good. She and Mr. Kitty actually kind of got into a little bit of a scuffle this morning. I don't like she must have jumped the gate and came out, and Mr. Kitty was just I don't know what happened. I was downstairs trying to get my kid ready for school. Like we're about to head out the door and get him on the bus, and then they just good lord. Oh, now I'm seeing the word government. Mm, oh. Now I'm seeing blood. Yeah, genetic makeup. So now I'm seeing blood now. So I'm seeing like the word blood. So I'm definitely okay. So it's about genetic makeup. A contract due to what I guess due to what I'm able to do. I'm what you're considered a late bloomer. So is there anything more in this message you want to get out? No. Do you want me to get the Scrabble letters? No. Roll the dice again. Yes. Okay. Two, two, four, four, and six. Okay, now I'm seeing. Okay, Invictus watch again. All right, so what popped out to me was sealing, like seal the deal, prevent leakage. So yeah, okay. So what I'm getting is definitely having me sign a contract, whether it's actually to help work with them or like an NDA. Like if you're gonna help, you can't. Yeah, you can't like leak any information. Probably I won't be able to talk about it on my channel, which is fine. Which is fine. I don't know if I'll be able to keep my channel or if I can do something different when it comes to my channel. Okay, so what I'm getting when I said that, like something else came into my head. So basically, if I were to work with them, sign a contract, an NDA, whatever case I'm working with them on, I cannot talk about on here. Now, if I wanted to come onto my site, my channel, and speak on something that I'm not actively working on with them, then I can do that. But once I start working on a case that's with them, I cannot talk about it. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that I have no problem um, doing. So basically, like I would have to, yeah. So with the watch and everything, and then sealing, and what is it like now? Lip design for low friction and heat. Yeah. So basically, in preventing leakage, I would have to like watch what it is that I say and what I talk about on here, which is fine. Like obviously, if you gave me something to sign, I would have to go through it and be like, okay, well, obviously this is going to be somewhat negotiable. Like you can't just like run my entire life. If I'm here to help you, I'm here to help you, which I have no problem doing. Will they try to control every aspect of my channel? Yeah. Will I allow that? No. No. Will it be negotiable? Yep. Like I said, like anything that I'm actively working on with you guys, if I were to sign a contract and a document and stuff like that, like anything that I was actively working on with you would obviously be something that I cannot talk about when it comes to my channel. Now, when it comes to like things that I'm not actively working on, like whether I'm channeling reads for people like passed over loved ones, or like say if some dead celebrity, or Shanann Watts has been coming up a lot. Like if you don't know who Shanann Watts is, she was married to a guy named Chris Watts, and he murdered his wife and two little girls, like pregnant wife and two little girls. So they've been coming out a lot, but that obviously that case has been sealed. Like, he's obviously been convicted. He's serving his time right now in prison for life. But it's confirmation. But it's I think it's more of them trying to get out general messages. Either regarding to, because like there are some unanswered questions as to why he would do something like that. So if they want to come out and like, I'll ask if they want to come out and speak and give out some general messages. Obviously, if they don't want to, I let the spirit rest. Like it's fine. I'll ask. If say yes, sure, we'll do it. If not, then I'll let it go. Are there any more messages within that? Do you want me to get the Scrabble letters? No. You want me to roll the dice again? Yes. What do you want to tell me in regards to the FBI? I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. What do you want to tell me in regards to the FBI watching me? Which, by the way, I know like drones have been used, because prior to when my ex and his whole flying monkey ops were trying to get me in trouble with the FBI, they were trying. But they're all like, dude, like she's literally not doing anything. This is a waste of our time. It's a bunch of bullshit that they're trying to get her in trouble. And once they started doing that, they basically opened a floodgate into exactly what's been going on. But as soon as I started getting followed, I started pinpointing these mother effers like immediately. Like, okay, that guy's following me, that guy's following me, that one's one of them. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like they were like sitting there following me right behind me, but like they would keep their distance and kind of just watch. Or like the kindergarten cop guy. I call him kindergarten cop because it was hilarious when I was working at the LIU and I was a janitor over there, and they had they put in their people to watch me or whatnot. Like there's this guy specifically being a gym teacher. He was giving me such kindergarten cop vibes, like it was ridiculous. And what really gave it away for me, I mean, other than the fact, like the second part happened like what, like a week and a half to 2 weeks after the situation, but I was pushing the dust mop through the gym, and he was being very gentlemanlike, very nice, like to hurry up and get out of my way. But I know the difference, and keep in mind, I'm a military brat. Okay, I know the difference between a military jog and a regular person's jog, and that was a military jog. I don't care how many. He took like 2 jogging steps, and that was a military jog. I was just like, okay, yeah, that's a military jog. And what popped into my head was hoorah. It was just like, okay. But the thing is, it's just like, he was giving me such kindergarten cop vibes. Like, if you've ever seen that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, the only thing he was missing was the "I'm Arnold" voice. But the women, the teachers, they were like oogling him. I was just like, oh, you think he's cute? And she's all like, I'm old, not dead. I'm like, oh my God. She had me dying. He was a good looking guy, but I was just like, and like I said, there was that woman, the blonde. She's very pretty, but like the fact, like her face was just like, I'd rather be in Moldova trying to hunt down the mafia than sitting here dealing with these screaming kids. I thought it was funny. I'm just sitting here just minding my business, pushing my dust mop and these. It was funny. It was good times, good times. But about a week and a half to 2 weeks later, like I said, you can't blame these kids. A lot of them have mental disabilities and whatnot. And he said it twice, and I made it look like I didn't hear him, but I heard him clear as day. I already knew what was going on. But the little boy was just like, I want to go to the FBI meeting. And then, I'm just letting them go by me. I was just letting them go by. And then again, they said, the little boy said, I was like, I want to go to the FBI meeting. And they're just like, come on, we gotta go, move it along, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, okay. Okay. I see y'all. Not to mention, I have not seen this car ever since they started, okay, yes, there's nothing going on over here. They hadn't been using drones at that point because they noticed that I was starting to notice them. But, this car, all black tinted out windows with a little bit of silver, would always come by every now and again and just park right across my house. And then on top of that, these guys were putting in a pizza shop that never fully came to be. And they would have this van, I think it was a red van, pull up and just sit there across the street. I'm at a three-way street, so you got the pizza shop. It's now a taco place, but it was originally a pizza shop turned convenience store / pizza, and then he moved out, and then they bought it and was making a business. And yeah, it never came to be. It never came into fruition. But I would sit at my one window, and they would just roll up in that van and just park right across construction, but nobody ever came out of it. And I'd just be like, hi. Anyway, that was funny. Good times, good times. Alright, what else do you want to talk about when it comes to the FBI watching me? Oh, full house. We have a full house. 11333. Encoded. Something coded. Deals with balance. I'm currently busy, but if you Google 333 meaning PA, yep, watching me in Pennsylvania. PA is coming up here. Federal emergency. Okay. Deals. Okay, so what this is basically giving me is they're highly intrigued in what in my genetic makeup, what I'm able to do, and this, that, and the third. But the only way for me to not catch on to them watching me or anything like that is drones. Is there any more messages within that? Do you want me to go into the spiritual meaning? No. Do you want me to pull out Scrabble letters? Yes. Okay. Federal emergency. The director. Something about a director. The director, FBI director. Hold on a second. What's coming up is Kash Patel. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Became the 9th director of the FBI on February 20th, 2025. A native of New York, Mr. Patel graduated from the University of Richmond in 2002 with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and history. The current director is Kash Patel. Is Kash Patel significant to this read? Yes. Does he know of me? Yes. Does he not know of me? No, he knows of me. Okay. Does the US president know of me? Wait, what? I mean, obviously everybody knows who Trump is. Are you serious? Do I scare him? In a bad way? In a good way. Okay. In a good way, cool. That's cool. Okay. What would you guys like to say regarding this message? Circus again. It's a circus. It's a circus. We got Leo. Fire sign. Uranus. Pisces. Number 11. Spring. 4. Exclamation. Do you want me to pull out any more letters? No. Okay. BB&J. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly. There you go. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Where are you at? Okay, so yeah, definitely watching. Has the president ever watched any of my videos? No, but he knows of me. Yeah. Oh, cool. Hello. Am I using the Scrabble letters? No. You want me to use the symbols? Yes. Okay. So we're going with symbols. Alright, so you got Pisces, Leo, 11th house, fire, Uranus. We also got 4th house. This is also Aquarius, and we also got Aries. 411, the 411. We need the 411. Spring. Well, I was born in the spring. I'm an Aries, so obviously that. My rising is Pisces. My child is a Leo. And see, my family knew about my gifts. Ever since I was a kid, they knew. And they did everything in their power to make sure that I wouldn't know about it. And the thing is, my child has gifts too. And with that being said, I wouldn't do what they did to me. I've actually been helping him, like, kind of like get in touch with that type of side. So, if that's, could you imagine, like, if I actually was taught to do better when I was younger with my gifts, how really, really good I would be today? And that's what I plan on doing with him. So, right now, I'm just allowing him to enjoy his childhood, so that way he can get, find his place in the world. But he knows what mommy does. He knows mommy does this type of stuff. And he actually wants to help me with it. But again, like, I can't just have him being on camera and stuff like that. I have to, like, be careful when it comes to that type of stuff. But he's really intrigued with what I do. And he listens and understands when I sit here and I try and tell him, like, you can do this, you can manifest this, you can manifest that. My neighbor's door just squealed open. That's a confirmation. Alright, so they want me to do the symbols here. So we got Pisces and Uranus. Signifies a generational theme of spiritual, artistic, and social revolution. What did I just say that I was going to do with my kid? Breaking down old barriers through magic. Bro, what? Alright, social revolution, breaking down old barriers through imagination, mystical experiences, and innovative healing, primarily affecting the youngest members of Gen Z born 2032 and 2010. My son was born 2019, who embody this push for transcendent consciousness and digital creative rebellion against traditional norms. So like I said, like, you think I'm good? Me teaching my kid? I want him to be 1,000 times better than I am. Like, facts. I will walk through fire for that kid. Okay, Uranus in Aries means you have an innate drive for radical individuality, rebellion, sudden changes, and a pioneering new paths, combining Uranus's disruptive genius with Aries' impulsive, fiery, first ever energy, leading to a personality that needs to break molds, invent, and be absolutely unique, often manifesting as sudden breakthroughs, tech innovation, and being or being an unconventional leader. Yeah, well, there you go. And then that's Aries and Uranus. And then we're going to do Leo. Signifies major generational shifts in creativity, self-expression, entertainment, and individual recognition, fostering rebellion against traditional art and culture seen most prominently in the 1950s and 60s. Generation revolutionizing youth, culture, music, and performance with groundbreaking innovations. This placement combines Uranus's drive for radical change with Leo's flair for dramatic self-expression, creating catalysts for societal shifts and personal uniqueness in artistic expression, making generations embrace revolutionary art forms and challenge norms of fame and creativity. Literally, what I just got in my head, like I saw the flash of when you watch Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I forget if it was part 1 or part 2. When he was he was watching, I think it's part 2. He was watching Snape's memories, and it was talking about a prophecy of a boy born at the end of July. My son was born at the end of July. I'm just saying. Is there any more information you want me to get out of this? No. Do you want me to pull more Scrabble letters? No. You want me to roll the dice? Yes. What about the what does the CIA do? Central Intelligence Agency, right? Yeah. What does the CIA do versus FBI? Foreign intelligence agents, intelligence gathering abroad to protect U.S. national security, operating globally with no domestic law enforcement powers, while the FBI is primary domestic law enforcement agency investigating federal crimes, terrorism, and espionage within the U.S. borders, but also handling counterintelligence and working internationally on cases involving Americans or U.S. interests. Think of the CIA as gathering secrets overseas for policymakers and the FBI as enforcing laws and investigating crimes at home and against U.S. citizens abroad. Okay, so if you ever watched Suicide Squad, where what was her name? Enchantress, where she's like, "Go get it, girl," and she brings like, boom, there you go. You wanted the file, got you the file. Some things, obviously, I probably wouldn't be able to do all of that, but like I can probably locate. Yeah, it's over there. That's what I did with the when I went to the police for the Caden Black case. I pulled out the map, and when I was doing this, literally the pendulum started pulling to where it needed to go. If I tried to move away from it, it would pull. Like it wasn't like pulling like dramatically like that, but it was just like if I would go like this, it would literally try to go back over that way. I'm just saying. You don't believe me? Watch the body cam. They had me on body cam. I'm pretty sure you guys already watched the body cam anyway. That's probably why you guys are like, oh, she's interesting. We should keep an eye on this one. Yes. Thank you for your protection. I love you. Just don't start none, won't be none. My spiritual team will not like that. It's more of like, I'm nice to you, you're nice to me. You know, it's just a push and pull thing. Because I got a mouth, I'll say something to you, for real. If I'm being treated badly, I will say something. It's the whole you get what you give type energy. Okay. I just saw MNB, meaning MNB, Men in Black. Alright, anyway. Okay, so what we're doing the dice. Alright, what else would you like to say regarding me, the FBI, and the CIA? What else are you trying to say? 22336. I'm getting that song Unstoppable by Sia. 2336. Spherical roller bearings can accommodate heavy loads in both directions. They are self-aligning and accommodate misalignment and shaft deflections. Dimensions. Are you telling me that this is going to be about dimensions? Anything else? Dimensions. spiritual dimensions, 3D dimensions, spiritual dimensions. Oh, that was a bang. Okay. What do you mean by a spiritual dimension? When it comes to me, CIA, and the FBI, what do you mean by spiritual dimensions? North Node, Pisces, 8th house, money, 10, 10 and 2. Keep your hands on 10 and 2. So, you, yeah, this is you. That almost looks like a beautiful sign. Do you need me to pull out more letters? No. Okay. Am I looking into more the letters or the symbols? Both. Okay. So we're going to look at Pisces in the 10th, 8th, and 2nd house. Okay, Pisces in the 2nd house signifies a deep, intuitive, and compassionate approach to finances, values, and self-worth, often linking money to creativity, spirituality, and helping others, but also potentially bringing financial uncertainty or impracticality. Needing to balance dreamy idealism with practical security and earning and possessions. This placement suggests innate talents that are artistic, healing, or service-oriented, influencing a generous, sometimes escapist attitude towards material resources where self-esteem is tied to spiritual fulfillment. Well, yeah, pretty much. Okay. Alright, so 8th house. I got Scorpio in the 8th house, and I am morbid as a mother effer. Pisces in the 8th house in astrology signifies deep psychic intuition, spiritual transformation, fascination with mysteries, death, and rebirth. Hell yeah. Blending compassionate Pisces watery depth with the 8th house's themes of shared resources, intimacy, and hidden realms. We're talking about dimensions and hidden realms. I don't know if you watched my read on how heaven and hell operate. That was actually pretty interesting. I might do a follow-up on that one. Often leading to intuitive insights into others' secrets. Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide. Healing abilities and powerful experiences with inheritances, joint finances, and profound psychological changes. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, Pisces in the 10th house signifies a career path, public image, and ambition driven by intuition, creativity, compassion, and spirituality, often leading to roles in healing arts, social work, or anything that serves humanity. Yeah. Although it can manifest as a desire for a profound, meaningful public role rather than just status, blending dreams with professional responsibility. This placement suggests a visionary leader or worker who inspires through empathy, often challenging traditional career norms with a unique, fluid, and empathetic approach to authority and success. Which, again, when it comes to AI, yes, it has its uses, but if you don't want people feeding off of the government, you really need to stop giving these easy jobs that people who can't spend hours standing on their feet to AI. I don't care if it's cheaper for the person who owns the company. At the end of the day, you got to find a balance here. You can't sit here and be like, they need to get off the government. Okay, well, stop giving all our fucking jobs to the robots, dude. Hello? Bang again. Like, come on now. Okay, Pisces North Node. Now make it make sense. Okay, Pisces North Node signifies a spiritual journey towards empathy, imagination, universal love, healing, and faith, moving away from Virgo South Node's past focus on perfectionism, analysis, and earthly details, pushing us to embrace intuition, creativity, and connection to over rigid order for soul growth during its transition. So this is about the dimensions and stuff like that. So that's basically what it's saying. Like you need to get away from the perfectionism and analytic and earthly details and shit like that, and see it for the bigger picture, basically. Yeah. Something's backing up. There is a truck backing up. It's going boop, boop, boop. That's literally confirmation for what I'm saying here. Okay. What do we have at the woods? I think that's a Little John song. Oh my god, stay still. Thank you. So when it comes to dimensions, worldwide, that was a big bang when I said that. Now I'm getting that song. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Hooking up words, letters, and phrases. I don't have the whole word, but con. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? No, I do have all the words out here. I just don't have another O. Schoolhouse Rock. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hook it up words, phrases, and clauses. That's what it was. Conjunction, junction, what's that function? How's that function? I got 3 favorite cars, like, that get most of my job done. Conjunction, junction, what's their function? I got and, but, and or. They'll put you pretty far. So with the dimensions, okay, so we're seeing the 3. 1973 is also significant. So with 3, you're getting the Holy Trinity. With the dimensions, we're basically connecting the 3 to the 3D. Connecting the realms. Connect. Wide world, connect the world. Aim to connect wide world. Now, see, when I'm seeing the jury here, I'm getting jury, judge, and execution. Wait, is it execution? Hold on a second. I don't think it's execution. Something's execution. Hold on. Something's ending. Execution is ending. Executioner, yeah. Judge, jury, executioner meaning. Describe someone with absolute unchecked power to decide someone's fate. Oh, damn. Including determining guilty. See, I get that that's like a court thing, but we're talking like a dimensional thing. We're talking about realms and stuff. Yo. Determining guilt, judge, deciding the verdict, jury, and carrying out the punishment, executioner, all by themselves. Signifying confirmation, signifying unfair control, lack of due process, and potential abuse of authority. I mean, if you guys are if anybody here is on the wrong, me connecting to the good guys of this stuff is literally, I'm kind of getting how, like, Moses and the 10 plagues, like, let my people go or bad shit's gonna start happening. Alama? Alama? What is that? Alama. Alama? Yeah, okay, Alamat. I was like, Alamat, what's Alamat? Alamat has multiple meanings depending on the language, including sign or mark in Persian, Arabic, and Hindi, and legend or folktale in Filipino and Indonesian. It can also mean address. I'm hearing address the nation, referring to a physical address or an email web address. Yo, this is getting deep now. You got hex, hecate. Isn't that a witch of some sort? Greek goddess associated with magic, witchcraft, crossroads, the moon, and the underworld. She is often depicted as a triple formed deity. Remember when I was talking about three, with torches, keys, and dogs, and is known as a guardian of doorways and a guide through darkness. Her powers cover realms, heaven, earth, and sea, and she's connected. I was getting connected to both good and evil. Are you saying that I symbolize that? Yep. Do they know that? I mean, like before now, did they know that? Yeah, they knew that. And they, I'm meaning the FBI, CIA. They knew, like, did they know that that's what I'm connected to? Yep. This shit's getting deep. Is there anything more you want to say about that? No? Do you want me to roll the dice again? Yes. Oh, good lord. That's gonna come out now. I am seeing you're real. Yeah. Am I the real deal? That's pretty cool. How you say? You sipping pina coladas while I'm giving out what you need to do. You like sitting back, laying on the beach and be like, yep, we're gonna roll the dice and see what it says. It's just a roll of the dice. Alright, what else would you like to say regarding these messages? 45566. Okay, when I asked, like, what else would you like to say regarding this? The first thing that popped out says different. It refers to different things depending on the context. Basically, what I was getting at that is like it depends on what you mean, what you want to talk about. Basically, depending on the context you're referring to. What's coming out is cloning issues. I guess somebody's trying to duplicate what I'm trying to do, and it's not working. Okay, now I'm seeing a scene from Jumanji, the one back in the 90s, where she's trying to roll the dice, and she's like, I'll try it again. I picked it up and tried rolling it again, and she's like, Alan, it's not working. Oh, that's because it's not your turn. Well, yeah. I rolled first, then Peter twice because he had doubles, and now it's my turn again. He's like, no. 2 of those pieces are yours, right? Who are the other pieces? The elephant was mine, and then you had the white rhino. And what's crazy is, and like I'm seeing the whole scene now, white rhino. He's like, you're playing the game that I started back in 1969. And she tries to give him the dice, and he's like, no, it's not my turn. And she's like, well, whose turn is it? And he says, Sarah Whittle. And then they go to the house, and when they go to the house, he's like, this is where she used to live. And they go up to the door, and on the side there, it says, Madam Serena, Psychic Readings. So it seems like somebody's trying to duplicate what I'm doing, and it's not working. Don't hate me because you ain't me. That's what I'm getting. I'm not trying to sound cocky here. I'm just trying to say what's coming up to my head. Durable, waterproof, and workbook used in construction and farming. Construct building and cultivating. They can't do it the way I do it. Without more information, it could be more. Yeah, so without more, they can't do it. Error code, they can't do it. They try to duplicate it. Cloning failures, they can't do it. It's not working. Heartland. Why does that sound familiar? Heartland. Well, that just. Oh, just a picture. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting married. That's just a big bang. I wouldn't mind it, but you need to understand that I'm not your normal person. You need to be able to handle all of my parts here. But what it says, premise a multi-generational family drama. Trust me, there's. If you're watching me and you're digging into the dirt of everything that's going on, yeah, there's plenty of drama up in this bitch. I just like to keep my peace though. I keep my peace in my family over here. Payment systems. Ooh yeah. I rolled back up to the top here, and it's all payment systems, and we were getting inheritances and forgery and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything more you want to say on that? No. Should I get the letters? No. Should I roll the dice again? Yes. One, two, four, four, six. Okay, this has something to do with the director. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is because when I looked this up, it's saying New York, and it was telling me that when I looked up Kash Patel, right? When I look him up, he's Indian. Indian's coming up. Boop. There was a honk out there. And I never voted for anybody in my entire life, but after the past 4 years of dealing with all this crazy ass bullshit, men being women and women being man, shut the fuck up. There's only two genders. I was just like, I did the thingy. I specifically asked. I knew who I wanted to be, but I just needed to make sure that I was getting the right information. I asked specifically, would Kamala make a good president? It distinctively went no, like big ass circles, and I'm like, would Trump make a better president? It said yes. So, I mean, like, everybody has pros and cons. There's certain things that he does that I'm not, okay with. I'm just like, it's a little overkill. But, we needed to get us as a country back on track. I was like, we are not doing another 4 years of Biden. You got me fucked up. Hell nah. I've never voted for anybody in my entire life. I was like, fuck no, we're not doing that shit again. I went down there, voted for the first time in my entire life, registered and everything. I'm like, yep, Trump. And what was crazy when I went down to the place to vote, they kept serving out all the Kamala was everywhere. Kamala this, Kamala that. And I'm like, and I'm not seeing one flyer that they were trying to give out for Trump. And I was just like, you guys are trying far too hard. Way too hard. I was just like, there's no fucking way we're doing that again. So I was for Trump all the way. I was just like, Technically, I wanted him to be president back in 2020. Technically, and these motherfuckers put Biden in there. I was like, no, he's part of the Bush administration. What are you doing? No. And they did it. I was just like, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Y'all are crazy. Y'all's cheese is falling off your cracker. You have fallen off the rocker. Your elevator's not going all the way to the top. No. Like, no. Okay, but back to what I'm saying. Focusing back onto what I'm saying. Alright, so 12446, something comes up for New York, and then we also got to the express train in India, in New Delhi, India. So that's coming up again. So he's significant to something. Are we saying something about Kash Patel in this channel read? Yes. Okay. Roll the dice again? No. Pull the letters? Yes. Okay. Yeah, here we go. This is about Kash Patel, huh? We got summer. Summertime. Star, 3, Holy Trinity. 3 is also communication. Star. Oh, whoa, what the hell just happened? Hold on a second. House. Something about a house. Okay. Southeast. Okay. Why did it? I didn't mean for that to happen, but it just like my finger just hit something and it went down. And I'm trying to see like a blue house is popping up significantly. Homes for sale. Oh, if you guys help me get a home, I would really appreciate it. Specifically somewhere warm. Not too hot. I already lived in Florida. I don't need to be sweating my ass off right after I take a shower. That's ridiculous. Like you literally start growing moss on your ass. I'm good. Um, Z, somebody's feeling a little bit BS-ish. Well, this is about Cash, so this is a message specifically about Kash Patel. Whether it's for him or about him remains to be seen. You have to kind of put it where it fits. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Yes. No letters? More letters. Okay. I got a truck out there. Question. Someone's got questions. Got negative. Capricorn. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? No. Okay. Does somebody have negative questions? Like no questions? Or bad questions? They got bad questions? Do I have bad questions? Does Kash Patel have bad questions? Bad questions as in like he's questioning what I do, whether or not it's bad or good? Okay. Does it mean anything else? Yes. Is he is he questioning whether or not I'm doing something demonic? Yes. Am I doing something demonic? No. Listen, the All High Almighty and Jesus Christ are not demonic, okay? I rebuke those motherfuckers out of here. Anytime that I start to get interference, it's because that is demonic energy trying to get in. Okay? I rebuke that shit. That shit gets the fuck out of here, alright? Because if you think about it, alright? Think about it. Jesus turned water into wine. That's alchemy. That's magician shit. Okay? He raised the dead. He brought the dead back to life. That's necromancy. Anything can be good or bad depending on how you use it. Okay? You can use the Bible to uplift spirits, and people can use the Bible in a negative sense to fearmonger motherfuckers. Okay? It all depends on your intent. It's kind of like a gun. Is the gun dangerous, or is the person wielding the gun dangerous? The gun's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. It only starts to become dangerous when you pick it up and use it for ill intent. If you're using it to protect yourself, obviously that's good. You're trying to protect yourself. But if you're using it as, like, for example, shooting up a school, that's obviously ill intent. That's not good. So it all depends on how you're using it. And my intent is to bring peace to loved ones. Confirmation, the little spray thing went off. To give peace to loved ones and to bring justice to those who were wronged in the 3D, our life. All right, that is my intent. My intent is not to sit here and be like, oh, let me help you figure out like, say for example, somebody wanted witness protection, like the mafia wants to know where they're at. They are not gonna, like, when I say they, the All High and Jesus Christ are not gonna help me with that. That's a negative. That's not what you're like. That's an abuse of power on my part. Forcing me to do so is another thing. You know what I mean? Forcing me to do it, like say, like if you don't do it, I'm going to kill your kid or something like that. Like heaven forbid. Like my hand is being forced. So I will not do something on negative intent. And I will not do something if it's not warranted. Confirmation. I have a V out here. Okay, hold on. I got that out here, but let me just put the rest of them out real quick. Real quick, real quick, real quick. Like, say if you have a loved one and you want to know, because like I won't force a spirit to come through if they want to be left in peace. You know what I mean? Like I respect the wishes of the dead. If you really 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 wanted to talk but they don't want to talk, I'm not going to push them to come through. That's just rude. That's just like somebody can like pestering you at your house to come talk to them when you're like, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like you got to respect their wishes. You know, you don't want to get a spiritual whoop ass. Trust me, you don't want a spiritual whoop ass. That's like, no. No, you don't. Don't do it. Nay, nay. So what I'm also getting is that I'm being watched, not in the sense of protection because of things that are going down in my neck of the woods here, but in the sense of like, can we trust this person to do what is, what is to be done in the sense of something good, not in the sense of something bad. Once what? Kash Patel once what? And I don't really follow the news, by the way. I really don't. Is that what he wants to do? No. Okay. I don't have none. Wants to what? Is that what he wants to do? Before I said what I said, is that what he wanted to do? No, but after I said what I just said, that's what he wants to do. Okay. Like wants to, not in a sense like join me, but more like pair up, partner up. Is there anything else that no? Do you want me to go into what the symbols mean? Yes. Okay. So we got Capricorn in third house. Suggests a structured, disciplined, and practical approach to communication and learning. Individuals with this placement are likely to be responsible in their interactions and approach their immediate environment with a serious, goal-oriented mindset. Communication is often formal, deliberate, and concise. Individuals choose their words carefully and may be perceived as authoritative or serious in conversation, which that would be a serious conversation. See, when I use humor, like you gotta understand, I have been traumatized and abused like literally my entire life. All right, I use humor as a way to like cope and deal with things. Is it always the best route? No, but it works for me. Some people might think I'm insensitive at times, but it's far from being insensitive. It's just me literally dealing with certain situations. And I'm pretty sure therapy will definitely help me better with that, but you know, that's a whole nother story. Are there any more messages within this? No? Do you want me to roll the dice again? Yes. Okay, well, we're rolling the dice again. What else would you like to say regarding this channeled read? Virginia. Something about Virginia. We're getting, I think we had this before. I think. Spherical ruler, because that's looking, can accommodate heavy loads in both directions. They are self-aligning and accommodate misalignment and shaft deflections. Oh, and a very good um, example of fear mongering when it comes to using the Bible, Dave Waco, Jim Jones. And I forgot that old creepy white dude on, like, it was a while ago. I think it was early 2000. He was talking about the comet or some shit like that, and he had everybody commit suicide. It's a fit. Yeah, that's like abuse of power there. Does this have anything to do with Virginia specifically? Anything else? No. So Virginia, where the FBI headquarters is at. Okay. What would you like to say about it? Be like a psychic investigator for the FBI, dude. That'd be awesome. I'm down. I'm down. Oh, we got Lilith, Leo, Gemini. Go. They want me to go. CIA. Go to Virginia. RVP. RSVP. Yeah, please respond. Plan accordingly. Request for a head count, often with deadlines, and can be handled by mail, response cards, or digitally. Soon. Okay, I was getting Mecca and I didn't know what that meant, but I heard Mecca. So, Manufacturers of Emission Controls Association, Mecca for Clean Vehicle Tech, the Middle East Children's Alliance, Mecca supporting kids in the Middle East, or the Manuscript Exchange Common Approach for Scholarly Publishing Systems. In biology, Mecca is a gene conferring antibiotic resistance in bacteria. Obviously, does that have something to do with my child? Does that have something to do with my son? Yeah, so obviously my son's coming with me. So they're gonna help. Okay, so are you saying that they're gonna want to help with preparing my son as well? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Okay, it's a good thing. Okay. Um, when I'm done reading the symbols here, do you want me to pull any more? Is that gonna be the end of the messages? Yes. Okay. Woo. So we got Pisces, Leo, Gemini, and this is Lilith, which is dark. The dark side of the moon. Things that are hidden, desires and stuff like that. So we got Leo and Lilith. Signifies a powerful, untamed inner self connected to raw creative expression, self-sovereignty, and primal joy, often clashing with societal rules about ego, spotlight, and feminine power, revealing deep wounds around feeling seen, worthy, or loved, leading to potent themes of rebellion, wild charisma, and reclaiming innate radiance for facing shame and control. It's a fierce archetype demanding authentic self-expression, breaking taboos, and embracing one's inner anti-mother or powerful queen. Okay. We also got Pisces and Lilith. Signifies deep intuition, spiritual sensitivity, and a powerful, often hidden connection to the subconscious dream world and universal oneness, but can manifest as being misunderstood, overwhelmed by emotions, or rebellious against rigid structures, finding power in spiritual, artistic expression, empathy, and transcendence, with themes of healing, psychic gifts, and embracing the mystical feminine. Key traits include old soul wisdom, psychic ability, and a fight against feeling belittled for their abstract or sensitive nature, with potential for deep creative healing or boundary dissolution. I already did a reading on my child, and he is literally destined for like amazing things. Gemini and Lilith signifies a powerful, often rebellious expression of communication, intellect, and curiosity, pointing to a deep-seated desires, hidden talents, or shame around one's voice, ideas, and duality, often manifesting as a need to break norms, explore taboo subjects, or challenging conventional thinking through witty, sharp, and unconventional speech. This placement suggests a wild, untamed inner self that thrives in social undergrounds, finding power in gossip, stories, dualities, and intellectual freedom, often related to childhood suppression of expressions. And that's all we got. And then we also got the money symbol here. But yeah, like, keep in mind too, I'm extremely protective over my child. The last thing I want is for him to go through anything that I went through as a kid and into my adulthood. So yeah, I will literally lay down my life for my child. It would not fucking matter at the end of the day. So, all right, that's all we got for tonight. So, and like I said, tomorrow I'm going to do a part 2 for the Atlanta child murder, the murder victims of the Atlanta, Georgia, and then a part 3 for the Zodiac. Because apparently there was 2 of them. And they were both questioned, and they didn't have a connection, but I think I found the connection between the 2. So, alright guys, that's it for tonight. I am going to bed. It's damn near 2 hours, and I'll see you on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Bye!